Alright, hello to all my guys, gals, and non-binary pals out there across the electrical ocean. This is Jazzman, and we are back with another game. This one going to be between Armabillo, playing full faction Kathir Forest, has chosen to go beat Sontungvn to the punch here, or at least try to, in rushing that mid-font with the Elven Strategist. And then, of course, the aforementioned Sontungvn over here with his trademark Iron Fist Stronghold, seemingly drawing a conscripted warrior every single turn, first turn, or every single game, first turn. Every time I watch Sontungvn play, he always has conscripted warrior first turn, just draw wins on pretty much every map. So, conscripted warrior being deployed first to grab that top font, and then the favored nomad going bot, who instantly gets the War Chief Blood Clan from Chieftain's Rage, I think that's what it's called. Enters into a Bloody Rage. Anyway, it gives her Ren 3 and Fearless, basically, for I think 25 Nora, so it's pretty good if you're playing Barbarians. Barbarian Huntress coming in with Thor the Boar. Oh no, it's not the limited version. Ah, Sontungvn, what are you doing? You gotta get that, you gotta flex that wallet a little bit. So he doesn't have the limited edition Thor the Boar, unfortunately, but Tempest Boar, still a force to be reckoned with here, gonna charge some people. Meanwhile, Elven Ancestor up top grabbing the font for Armabillo, and Elven Ancestor is a nice early deploy. Get that Intensify rolling, get her stats stacking as fast as possible. Also comes with Spell Swallower on upgrades, which Armabillo has chosen. Probably a good idea versus Sontungvn. He's known to cast quite a few spells over the course of the game. I watched a game of his earlier yesterday that I should have recorded. He was playing against Hermeos, and he had two barricade barriers, and the Blood Clans, and I think Blessing of Elmara as well. A bunch of cheap spells, so maybe we'll see some Spell Swallower get some action. And Brutality Barbarian, fortunately, manicking out of his mind towards the wall. It's weird how Manic sometimes lines up, but basically he tries, Manic always tries to line up with a champion in a straight line before moving like in any other weird way. So you're not going to get Brutality Barbarian moving this way. It'll always try to line up in basically relocation order. So this top square, followed by this square, then this square, and then this square in the back. So we got the conscripted warrior just throwing his useless body into the face of these elves, these oncoming elves here, while Tempest Boar beats the shit out of that strategist, going in for a big charge, slowing him up. Of course, favored nomad can't really do any damage herself, being 5 minimum range, but ooh, the juicy Earthshaker there, giving everyone lumbering, and Sontungvn really trying to prevent these reinforcements from arriving at middle font. Elven Strategist, definitely not a very combat-oriented champion, more of a support. Probably not what Armabillo should have gone with first turn if he was going to rush that bottom font. I mean, did he really think Elven Strategist was going to, do anything versus like an Iron Fist deck? But especially Sontungvn, who's known for his draws. But I think maybe it's all he had. Maybe he saw something in his rune dock that I could not. But he's really paying for it now. These three champions are going to take forever to get down to this middle font, and it's fortunate, I guess, in a way for Armabillo that we're on Lava Plains. I think, yeah, this is... it's either Lava Plains or Grove of Ashes. I can't remember the name exactly. But this map, basically, you... securing mid-font, it offers less of a positional advantage than on most maps, just because of how isolated it is by these walls and from the shrines. So we see Bowmage here doing all he can to chew through that conscripted warrior's wall of meat. 52 HP base on that thing, plus defensive stance. So Ranger Elite could get an arrow shot. No, he arrow shot it already. Okay, so she arrow shot it already, and she arrow shotted the conscripted, leaving that Earthshaker alive. Earthshake is a pretty low cooldown of 2. And with the position it's in now, it's basically primed and ready to Earthshake any of Armabillo's deploys that he chooses to send this way. So he'd probably want to take care of that ASAP, in my opinion. But I guess conscripted warrior, like the actual champions, take priority. I mean, at 43 Nora, conscripted warrior is just such a bargain if you can draw him early. Reinforce, if you don't know, if it's the only champion that comes into play and doesn't have anything to put back in your rune dock, nothing will happen, and you just get 43 Nora body for 43 Nora, and you pretty much always have the Nora to deploy a second champion along with it. So there comes the Hammer Strike actually onto the Elven Strategist, letting Sontungvn secure the kill with the Boar. Gathers up that birthday cake globe. And yes, if I'm sure most of you are aware, or at least those who are on the Discord, today is Pox Nora's 17th anniversary. That's right, 17 years for this old-ass game filled with old-ass players who just love it to death, like me. So happy birthday to Pox Nora and to all the wonderful players out there who are celebrating with us. Make sure to go to the marketplace if you haven't already, and check out the new starter decks that Slugbait has generously added to the game. A lot of interesting stuff in there. So we got Bow Mage finally taking out that conscripted warrior. Does pave the way for Ranger Elite to get into the font if she wants. And I don't know though, like even at half HP, Favored Nomad is pretty dangerous, as well as, you know, Huntress, Brutality, and the Boar. She'd be severely outnumbered if she wants to get in there. So I wouldn't be surprised if Armabillo chooses to ball it up and just, you know, wait out Sontungvn for a while, which it seems like he's going to do. Ranger Elite sort of moving around, wasting her AP, not having much else to do with it. And I guess it sort of works in Armabillo's favor because Brutality Barbarian, at the end of each turn he doesn't attack, loses 5 HP to Impatient. So the Brutality Barbarian is on a clock here for Sontungvn, and I'd probably expect him to just sort of throw that thing in either this turn or maybe the following turn. If he deploys some, like, an Invigorate champion, he needs something to give it AP because Berserker causes it to lose AP at the end of each turn. He's kind of he's just sort of poking and prodding here at Armabillo with his Huntress, spreading that nice debilitate debuff around, and Elven Ancestor actually being granted a damage shield here by the Elven Tender. I'm not really sure what the purpose of that would be. I guess maybe to retaliate on a Manic, if Sontungvn chooses to run that in, but I don't really see him doing that. Oh. All right, I guess I was completely mistaken. He actually ran that thing all the way in for a Manic hit on that Elven Ancestor. And Elven Ancestor intensifies in the heat of battle, but she will unfortunately not be able to contribute to the kill on that Brutality Barbarian because of order operations here. Manic causing her to vaporize at the start of Armabillo's turn. So there's the Bow Mage hit, and actually because of Armabillo's wasting of AP on that Ranger Elite, he will not be able to get the kill on that. Oh no, yeah, Elven Tender can get it, and then Shocked will finish it off. So he will be able to get the kill. And I'm wondering if maybe can he get to that? Can he get to that top font with the Ancestor? It doesn't look like he can. No, he's short a few spaces. Because Elven Ancestor with 8 AP, she'll have 12 on her next turn, and then maybe like a Swift Wind or something could give her enough. But you can't Relic Contest an Iron Fist Stronghold font anyway, so it's probably better that she stay down here. And there's a Cleansing Emerald. Was there any debuffs to cleanse? No, there were not. I had to double check the combat log there. Like, why would you deploy a Cleansing Emerald for no reason? I guess the Debilitate. Yeah, there was the Debilitate that was cleansed from the Huntress, but I mean, I don't know. You're kind of deploying it in a space that you want to deploy your champions in. It's the space. This one here is the closest that you can get to the bottom font and the rest of the action. So I would have probably like deployed it here maybe, or over in the back a little further. He was going to deploy it at all, but no more Debilitate on Armabillo's champions. And Sontungvn seemingly moves his Huntress up into the you know, the threat range of Armabillo's champions, but Sontungvn was prepared with the Righteous Deflection. Of course, he actually cast that a long time ago. Righteous Deflection is actually almost expired by now, but it is still up for one turn. So I guess, I mean, Sontungvn got some use out of it, but it was basically just an 8 damage arrow shot, so it didn't really matter too much. A bit of a waste of Nora there, which I feel like Armabillo probably knew about because of the Spell Swallower. Spell Swallower plays a little animation whenever your opponent casts a spell, so it's nice to find hidden stuff like Righteous Deflection and Snowblind and stuff. It seems like Armabillo going to sit back and turtle for a while against Sontungvn, and it seems like Sontungvn is going to say, you know what, that's perfectly fine with me. I'm going to sit back with my barbarians, let my war chiefs stack up. And I'm not sure, I don't think Sontungvn actually runs like any engage spells, like I don't know, like a Macadamize maybe, or a Glorious Charge, any Invigorate stuff. I think he just sort of runs barbarians as they are, and I guess relies on his own positioning to get things done. But decks like that tend to feel very transparent and easily counterable. That's why Sontungvn he's considered a decent player, but by no means top tier in his execution. But it is working to his advantage here in this matchup, because Favored Nomad is just going to keep escalating. You know, the Barbarians are going to get rank 3 on all their War Chief abilities. And of course, Sontungvn also has the benefit of the 12 additional Nora from this font. But Elf Ball is still a thing, albeit a little bit nerfed from its previous version, especially now that the strategist is dead. But Sontungvn with that Bastion positioning aggressively towards topside here, threatening to fly over the lava into this font. And man, that is one scary dude, this Bastion. Vindictive, from having a Barbarian on cooldown, gives him multi 3. Then Battle Leader plus all 3 War Chief abilities, Tough 3, eventually, Electric Aura eventually, Rend 3, and Warding. So no Vortexes to send him back to the Shrine. From the KF player here, and Armabillo, recognizing the threat, moving his champions a little bit more towards topside. And man, this is going to turn into a stalemate. I can already, like, it's already been happening, but I can already see Sontungvn just sitting back, waiting for like 20 turns with this Favored Nomad, and then going into one-shot everything. I should have come prepared with a story again. But Zedin of Sarnghaver, probably one of my favorite barbarians. Wish Intimidating was a little more reliable than it is now, but he still comes in at decent stats. Having Stone Clan gives him Tough 3, and then Warding for spell protection. Pretty nice. And then we've got Inquisitor Magnus, which for the longest time I didn't realize, but he's actually a barbarian, not just a human, or not just a paladin as I thought. But he's definitely befitting of a place in barbarian decks. Barbarians tend to have a lot of mixed classes, like shamans, and then, you know, the Favored Nomad also a shaman, so they benefit from the consecration and the branding that he can put out with Inquisition. But these are some very tight AoEs here by Armabillo. And ooh, there's a mass teleport. Okay, so Armabillo is not content to sit back and let Sontungvn turtle up, mass teleporting everyone into the fight. And let's see, what would the target be? I'm guessing the Magnus or the Barbarian Bolt, since Zedin is protected from melee. But it seems like he is going for the Zedin here from range. Menelaus can get 2 hits. There was the Pride of Cthir, a little bit late from the... just a little bit late because he deployed it after the arrow shot. But Mena gets 2 hits. He should have illuminated first with the Bow Mage for the defense drop. Bit of a mistake there. There's another arrow shot. I don't know. You can get the kill with Ancestor, I'm sure. And then, you know, Bow Mage gets a hit, Ancestor gets an attack, and then even Tender can get one in. But I would probably throw that Elven Ancestor into the font as well after getting that hit, just so that Sontungvn has something else to worry about in that area. So Bow Mage coming in, gonna get that hit for 6, and then Tender to finish it off. And maybe even send that Ranger lead in to grab the globe. That is a big Nora globe there that you probably don't want our Sontungvn to nab for free. Ooh, and then a Brambles. Okay, so he's going to do a Brambles. I guess to lock down the bolt, maybe he needs to move his Ranger lead back. There you go, yeah. Move it out of double hit range, and interestingly, he doesn't contest with Ancestor. I was thinking, I guess, because Vaporize might save her, but nah, Favored Nomad is there with 20 damage and full AP, so he doesn't get the kill, spending a Brambles to encumber Sontungvn's champions. I would say here, on the counterattack, Sontungvn is probably not going to get much in return, just because, I mean, the Bolt and his key damage piece, the Favored Nomad, are currently ensnared, not able to move very far, but There we go. There's the Shaman synergy from Sontungvn's deck. Armabillo probably not realizing, as I didn't for a moment, that these champions are in fact Shamans and can get cleansed from the Consecration. So Magnus coming up with a Soul Reaver, I guess for the Curse debuff, as well as the Brand on everyone. So that takes away everyone's spell presence. They're branded. No, that doesn't take away spell presence. It's only it's only Inquisition that gives Faithless. Man, that would be really OP, wouldn't it? If branded actually gave Faithless, but no, it doesn't. So he's gonna get the kill here on the Ranger Elite with the Rend. And Barbarian Huntress. So basically, our Armabillo traded a Ranger Elite for a Zedin kill, but on the return, he's not going to get much, just because all of his champions are slowed by that annoying-ass Tempest Boar. So everyone is going to get less AP at the start of Armabillo's turn. I'm wondering, can Elven Tender take Cleansing Aura on upgrades? I don't think she can. I think it's only like heal and anti-summon abilities. But there it is, the Barricade Barrier from Sontungvn. And Barricade Barrier basically just spawns all these relics that Sontungvn uses to, force his, basically block his opponents in, like blocking ranged champions. And certainly showing its value here. Menelaus and Bowmage and the Dalim here. Not really able to back up out into their minimum attack range because of the presence of these relics, and they're 15 HP, so they take at least usually about 2 hits to kill off. So Armabillo taking a bit of damage on his Ranger Elite from the disengage as a result of the Pride of Sarnghaver, giving everyone Assault and Resolute, so they're going to be immune to melee damage for the turn. There goes the Bowmage. He's in range of Magnus, as well as Menelaus here. But the Bolt is not, so Bolt is going to live for quite a while, I think. And then Tender, trying to move back, grants he granted a Stone Skin, did he not? Oh no, he didn't. He just did a Heal Mass, right? No, he didn't an attack. Didn't even. Okay, so Armabillo is gonna do a Thormail. I was thinking Elven Tender. I mean, probably want to grant that potion so that the Ranger Elite is a little bit more durable, but. Did an attack, ensuring the kill on Magnus there. So it's basically been a fairly even exchange. One champion for one champion for, one champion. And then, of course, Sontungvn is going to kill the Ranger Elite on his turn. But Armabillo still has to watch out for this Bastion, which he has neglected to do, allowing Bastion up here to contest that font unabated. Of course, the Pride of Cthir War Banner will prevent him from taking it outright. But I mean, that's still something you got to worry about. I feel like ignoring that Bastion was probably Armabillo's undoing in this game. Although there wasn't really much he could do about it, just because technically he could have used like brambles while Bastion was over the lava to ground him and maybe snipe him from range. But as soon as he got tough 3, that option was out of the question for Armabillo. So it basically forced his hand in the mass teleporting forward, trying to push into mid-font before Bastion had the AP to get into Armabillo's top font. But unfortunately, Sontungvn's defense here is too strong. He's got the barricades locking down Armabillo's ranged champions. The Tempest Boar still giving everyone slowed, as well as Earthshaker to give everyone lumbering. So now everyone is slowed and lumbering for Armabillo's next turn. And then there's a Rock Torrent. That was a Rock Torrent, right? Wrong chat. Yeah, Rock Torrent. Giving some AoE damage into the mix here. And then the Aura, allowing Sontungvn to finish off that Bowmage, and Sontungvn takes the game. So well played to both, and we'll see everyone in the next one.